Hey everybody, it's Christina Pocklington with the Great Start Parent Coalition. I'm so excited to see you this morning. Oh my goodness, I've missed you. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday, but I hope you enjoyed our rerun about waiting. All right, let's get started. So for the parents, again, let's review our success basics. They are love, talk, count, play, and read. And you can find our tip sheets online. They're super helpful. So this one I will hold up right now is all about read. And some of the tips we're going to talk about is warm up and read and discuss and enjoy the pictures. We're going to do a picture walk to finish off SkippyJon Jones today. Awesome. All right, let's start with our welcome song. So, hello, friends. How are you? Are you feeling happy or grumpy? How are you? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. How are you? How are you? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling grumpy? How are you? How are you? How are you feeling today? I'm noticing that it's beautiful out. Yesterday it was very cold, so I did not go outside to play much yesterday, but I'm hoping I can go outside and play more today. So that makes me feel happy. All right, let's talk about the weather. I just said it was a nicer day, so let's run through what it could be. Is it foggy? Do you see fog anywhere? I don't see any fog. Oops, sorry. Is it sunny? I think it's sunny, but you know what? I also see some clouds. So let's see. Oh, I've got a good one. It's partly cloudy. So there's only a few clouds in the sky from where I can see. They're off in the distance. And they're a really cool purpley color. Those are some of my favorite clouds where they're kind of purpley, but they're not that dark gray of storm clouds. I love purple clouds. All right, so I'm going to take down windy and put up partly cloudy. Nicely done, everybody. Good noticing on looking at what the weather is today. Now let's talk about today's topic. You might be able to see it behind me. Let's sound it out together. We have D-O-G. D-A-G. Let's put that together a little bit faster. D-A-G. Ooh, I think that spells dog. What was that? I think that was Clifford! Clifford, are you so excited to be back today? Wave hello to our friends. And Clifford, who are you saying happy birthday to today? Oh, Caius had his golden birthday this month? Oh, that is so cool. He turned 8 on the 8th. Happy birthday, Caius! If you would like to do any birthday shout-outs, please message us at Great Start Parent Coalition of Kent County, and I would love to do birthday shout-outs for anyone who would like it. And as a side note to those families who are watching, you might be able to write the fire department or the police station, and they might send a police station or a police cruiser or a fire truck by your house for your birthday. That's one way our community is they're being helpers to help our friends celebrate and help make them happy on their birthdays, even if they can't have parties with their friends, which might make them a little bit sad. So everyone is trying to help make those birthdays special. All right, I think I'm ready to sing a song. Now I'm going to back up. We are going to sing the song Bingo. Have you ever sung this song before? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. So I'll sing it slowly first, and sometimes you can clap when we take away letters, and sometimes you can jump. And since I want to make sure we're being as active as we can, and I know jumping is really tricky for some friends, Riley has only just figured that out. So we're going to jump when we take letters away. So we'll sing the whole song through first, and then I will show you what we do when we take a letter away. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, now we sang that with all the letters, but now we're going to take away the B from Bingo. How about I write it over here? I'm sorry that the screen is so small. It's hard to get all of me and all of the boards, but we're going to write B-I-N-G-O. And now we are going to take away the B. So when we would have sung B, we're going to jump. So I'll demonstrate. We're going to go I-N-G-O, I-N-G-O. I hope that makes sense to my friends at home. All right, let's get ready to sing. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, now we're going to take away another letter. We're going to take away the I. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, 2 jumps this time. N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, now we're taking away the N. All right, we ready? Here we go. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, G-O, oh, G-O, G-O, and Bingo was his name. Oh, ha! Are you having fun jumping? I'm having fun jumping. All right, we're taking away the G. The only letter we're going to say is O. Here we go. There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, last one. We're going to be doing a lot of hops. I hope you're getting tired, because that way you'll be ready to sit for our stories. So we're just going to jump 5 times. You ready? There was a farmer who had a dog, and Bingo was his name. Oh, and Bingo was his name. Oh, whew. Was that fun? Oh, I had fun with that. I'm ready to read our story about Clifford. Do you all remember the big storm we had a few nights ago? Some people saw hail, which is little balls of ice. Some of them were this big. I even saw pictures of one that was like this big. It was crazy. All right. Now, Clifford is by Norman Bridwell. This is the cover of our book. I'm going to tilt the screen down just a little bit. And I can see the main character on the first page. If the title is Clifford and the Big Red Storm, I think this is Clifford. Here's our title page. And here we go. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth. Have you met my dog, Clifford? We have some exciting adventures together. Last summer, he took me to the seashore to visit my grandma. Ooh, who is bigger? The house or Clifford? Or are they about the same size? Who is bigger, Clifford or Emily Elizabeth's grandma? I think Clifford is much, much bigger. Those are comparisons you can make as you're looking at pictures in a storybook. Clifford loves the ocean. It's big enough for him to swim in. Ooh, it looks like Clifford's even bigger than that sailboat. He watched my friends and me build castles in the sand. Uh-oh. Emily Elizabeth does not look happy. She looks a little sad, maybe even a little frustrated, because Clifford's big tail knocked over their sandcastle. But look, Clifford built one too. Then we wanted to go fishing, but there was no room for us on the pier. But that didn't matter, because we had Clifford. One day, we couldn't go swimming or fishing. We heard that a big storm was coming up the coast. The police told everyone along the shore to leave for a safer place. Grandma hated to leave her little home. Clifford took us away from the beach to a high school gym. We were safe there, but Clifford knew that Grandma was worried about her house. He hurried back to the beach. The wind and rain could not stop him. Clifford is very, very strong. The storm was bad. Trees were falling down. Oh, look at the big waves. Big waves were crashing on the shore. Grandma's house was in danger. Clifford had to do something. First, he picked up some of the fallen trees. He piled the trees in back of Grandma's house and covered them with sand. The sand pile would block the waves. While Clifford was packing down the sand, he saw a bolt of lightning hit the lighthouse. The lighthouse began to burn. Clifford knew what to do. He got a big drink of water and the fire was out. Then, over the roar of the storm, Clifford heard another sound. It was two puppies. They were scared. Clifford reached the puppies just in time. He made sure his new friends were safe. Then he ran back to Grandma's. Oh no, there was more trouble. Two boats were loose in the waves. Look, 1, 2, a sailboat and a powerboat. They were about to crash. Clifford brought them safely to shore. The waves kept getting bigger. Clifford was afraid his sand pile would be washed away. He laid down to guard the house. What would happen next? The storm kept blowing all night. We wondered where Clifford was. The next morning, the police said we could go back to Grandma's. Her house was safe behind a big pile of sand. Can you see Clifford in this picture? I see a little red sticking out. I think that's Clifford's tail. Surprise! Clifford was covered with sand, but Grandma was so happy she gave him a hug anyway. We were all glad to be together again. Thank you, Clifford. Clifford, were you a big helper in that book? Were you a little scared? Yeah, he was a little scared sometimes, but he was still brave. He wanted to be a helper, so he did what he could to help. You did a really good job, Clifford. Thank you so much. You're such a good dog. Oh, yes, I will give you some treats later. You're such a good boy. Oh, you are so loved. Bye-bye, Clifford. Can you say bye-bye, friends? Bye, friends. Now we are going to go back to our cats book. But it's also about dogs because SkippyJon Jones sometimes pretends that he is a dog, even though he is a Siamese cat. So we were reading this the other day, but we didn't get to finish it. So we're going to do what's called a picture walk. So we are going to talk about SkippyJon Jones and who he is and what he likes to do, and just look at the pictures to help us tell a story. So you don't know how to read yet. This is something you could do and use your imagination to come up with a story. Ooh. Every morning, SkippyJon Jones woke up with the birds. In this picture, I don't see a cat except maybe we've got two little ears. Let's see. Oh, look! There's a cat waking up with the birds. And I see a mama cat down here. I do not think her face is a happy face. She is not happy. Oh, she is definitely not happy. She picked up SkippyJon Jones and took him out of the bird nest. And look, it looks like she's putting SkippyJon Jones in his room to take a break and think. Riley has to do that sometimes. He has to be in his room to take a break and think about what he did. And she did say very explicitly, stay out of the closet. Because I think she knows that SkippyJon Jones likes to play with the stuff in there. And I can tell that SkippyJon Jones did not stop and think and sit on his bed until he could figure out what he needed to do better. I think he started to jump and bounce. And look, I think he caught sight of himself in the mirror. And when he sees himself in the mirror, he doesn't see himself. He sees a Chihuahua. Now, SkippyJon Jones is a Siamese cat. So he's using his imagination to pretend he's a dog. So he goes into his toy box to see what he can find. And I see he found a mask and a mouse for him to ride. Oh, look, back in the kitchen, I see his mom and his siblings trying to eat lunch. Does it look like they're doing a good job eating lunch? Or do you think they're being a little bit silly? I'm pretty sure this is not how you're supposed to eat a cheeseburger. I think they're being silly. And I think SkippyJon Jones is still being silly in his room. And I see the door of his room, but I think he's gone off into his closet of imagination. And as he's walking along, I think he encounters more Chihuahuas. And some are bigger and some are littler. And I know that this is his imagination because I have never ever seen a green Chihuahua with pink flowers. And I've never seen a black Chihuahua with those spots. And I've never ever seen a purple Chihuahua or teal Chihuahuas. But maybe that's how it works in SkippyJon Jones' imagination. And it looks like SkippyJon Jones is whispering something in the biggest Chihuahua's ear. And then it looks like whatever he whispers makes all of the other dogs happy. Look, they're having a party all together. I see balloons. That helps me know that it's a party. And I see lights all over the town. And I'm looking at the faces in the pictures. They're all really happy. And then I think they partied themselves out because I think they all had to take a nap together. Because I see lots of closed eyes, except for SkippyJon Jones. I think they're making a plan to do something because the big Chihuahua is drawing with his tail in the sand of a big bumblebee. And SkippyJon Jones is looking at that. I think they're making a plan together. Let's see. I see the two dogs talking, and he looks a little afraid. I wonder what will happen next. I think I see the bumblebee they were drawing in the sand. And I see lots of scared doggies running away. But look, SkippyJon Jones has his sword. I wonder what will happen next. Pop! The sword went into the bumblebee and out popped jelly beans! What an imagination SkippyJon Jones has. And look, all the little chihuahuas were so happy. They were jumping around. But then, back in the real world, in SkippyJon Jones's room, I think SkippyJon Jones's mom heard all the loud noises and came to investigate. That's a big word to say. She came to check out to see what SkippyJon Jones was doing. And it looks like his closet exploded with all of his stuff. And look, the bumblebee in SkippyJon Jones' imagination was his birthday piñata, and he had broken it open, and that's why jelly beans flew everywhere. And then SkippyJon Jones's mom could have been mad, but you know what? She picked him up and still gave him kisses. She forgave him. And that night, when SkippyJon Jones was supposed to be going to bed, he bounced and bounced and bounced until he fell asleep. So that was a picture walk through SkippyJon Jones. All right. Are you still tired from jumping, or would you like to do a little bit else? I think we should do 2 more types of movement. Something that's really, really good for you to practice. Today we're going to practice spinning and we're going to practice tiptoeing. So I'm going to mix up my number cards and let's see. I think let's do tiptoeing first and I will show you how to do it. So here we go. I'm mixing up my numbers. I pick the number 3. So we are going to take 3 steps on our tiptoes. So let's stand up, and when you tiptoe, you walk on this part of your foot. Your heel does not touch the ground. You walk on what we call the balls of our feet. So you can stand flat on the ground. You see how flat I am? Let me tilt the screen back up again. You can't see my head. Here we go. So you're not walking on your whole flat foot. You're just walking on the tip of your foot right here. So we're going to tiptoe. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If you were going to be sneaky or pretend to be sneaky when you're playing a game, you can walk on your tiptoes because that's a way to walk very quietly. So if mom or dad or grandma or grandpa need you to be quiet, if they're on the phone or doing something for work, you can practice tiptoeing because that's a really good way to be quiet. Shh. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to spin. I've got my number cards. Let's mix them up. We are going to spin 6 times. We're going to go 3 times this way and 3 times this way. Your brain likes it when if you're spinning in one direction too much, you can get dizzy. But your brain really likes it when you spin one way and then spin the same number of times the other way. Are you ready? I'm going to turn my body this way first. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Whew. Now I'm going to spin my body this way. 1, 2, 3. And 3 plus 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We spun 6 times. How fun is that? Now, let me get my handy dandy pointer and we're going to do calendar. Let me tilt my screen down again so we can focus in on our calendar. So, I got some new posters over the weekend and I want to teach you a new song. It's how I learned the days of the week. And it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, that's fun. Now, this song is to the Addams Family. And we're going to practice snapping. If you can't snap, You can clap instead, but since I'm going to be pointing, I have to snap. Are you ready? There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Ooh. Now, I'm thinking in my brain and I'm thinking about what day of the week it is. I know that yesterday was Thursday and tomorrow is Saturday, so I think today must be Friday. And I think today is Friday, April 10th. Let's practice counting together to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nicely done. We counted to 10. That is something you can practice every day. You can use items around your house to help you count to 10. Last week, we talked about using popsicle sticks or pencils or crayons or whatever you might have around the house to make different shapes, but you can also use those to help you practice your counting. Now, we read 2 stories today about a cat and a dog that went on a real adventure or went on a pretend adventure. So your homework today is to go on a pretend adventure, and if you can, get your caregiver to share your adventure with us on our Facebook page. And if you have a way to do it, try to draw yourself going on an adventure. And if you know how to make any letters, you could try to label your picture. So if you are going on a big adventure to the beach, like Clifford did, you could try to label the beach with a B. Or if you're going to draw Clifford, you could do D for dog, or you could do C for Clifford. You choose, it's your picture. But I would love to see some pictures from all of you. That would make my heart very, very happy. And all you have to do is get a caregiver to take a picture of your picture after you're done, and they can post it to our Facebook page. All right, and again, if anybody needs a birthday shout out, please reach out. I would love to say happy birthday to you all. And if there's anything you need, please check out our Facebook page. We've got a Pinterest page. You can find all of it at either successstartsearly.org or on our Facebook page. You all are so lovely. I'm so grateful to be able to spend some time with you this morning. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday, where we will be singing a special birthday shout out to a very special birthday girl. Have a great day. Bye.